Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Railroader. We're over here in Whittier, East Whittier, and we've got some Whittier work to do as well. We've got Al on the steam controls here, and I should note that I am on the beta branch, so we're using the waypoint system, which is super nice. So what we're doing right now is I've got some cars that are ready to go, and I've got two cars that just, there was no room for them to get serviced. So we're going to pull out these cars that are finished, and then we're going to stick these two here so they can get processed. And then we've got some cars that need to go over to Whittier and Ella, I believe. If you watched the recent live stream, we're continuing that work. So we dropped these cars off here at the coal spur just to get them out of the way during that stream. And that's where we're at right now. So I'm going to hop in the... Wait, why is this open? Are you getting hot in here, Al? All right, let's hop out here in the camera view. So I want to bring those cars over and stick them right here. Let's pull up the tab. You can see we're going to pull these four out, and I'm going to stick these two back in there so they can get processed. It is a busy, busy railroad with the sawmill at Tier 5. We got a lot going on. And I mentioned on the live stream, I think I'm going to get a bigger locomotive for the Connolly branch. And then we'll see. I may still keep number 3 just for the switching moves down here. But it's getting a little much up there on the Connolly branch, especially if we're going to do pulpwood. And I never have been able to push like a full 8 set of skeleton cars uphill. I can bring a load, downhill, no problem. But if I have to go back uphill for any reason, it just doesn't have enough power. So I'll be going back and forth. I'm kind of thinking about the logging Mikado. The old Mikado. We'll see. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. Might even go diesel. $362 tons. That's not too bad, Al. Let's get with it. But I'm really enjoying the waypoint system. It makes running the railroad as a solo just a pleasure. It just works. Kind of like Bethesda. It just works. Todd Howard would be proud. All right, that's good, Al. You can stop right there. Throw on a couple handbrakes here. Knock that loose, and then you can just shove those right back in here. We can work on getting those loaded. While he's doing that, let's take a look. Yeah, we got one for Stenzel over there at Whittier, and then we got one for Ella. I haven't been out to Ella for a while. Ella or Ela? I think it's Ella. It's been a long time since we've been out there. It's a pretty slow industry out that way. In the meantime, I've got number 1200. I had to bring him up to Micah. Micah Schist? What is that thing called? It is... Nope, that's Bryson. Slay, Micah, and Schist. There it is. Which is almost to East Whittier. So I just brought him on over. He brought a single car out, so it was just a lone engine. So he's taken the new pulpwood cars, and there was a little cut here ready to go to Silva. So he is currently headed for Dillsboro Yard. And then other than that, I think everything else is just kind of sitting and waiting. Got a lot done. I did a live stream of that morning. And here we are a little later in the morning. All right, we're going to open you up. Set you a handbrake. And then we need to come all the way back over here to these guys. We'll drag them back to the yard, and then we'll grab these guys and head on out to the west. And this is a fairly steep cut right here. 1.2, I think it gets up to 2%. Yeah, 2.2%. So old number 3 is going to get a workout. We do have plenty of coal and water, so we don't have to worry about that. I know it sounds like I'm saying coal and water. Coal and water. Important distinction. We don't want any colon water in the engine. All right, since you're stopped, I'm going to hop out. Do a little first-person action here. Oh, wow, wants to race. I think he's going to beat me. Then we'll get a nice view of him starting up this grade. Looking good, Al. Right there. Okay, let me knock that handbrake off. Knock that handbrake off. Then I want you... bring those back over. We'll just come all the way down here because we're going to have more cars coming in eventually. Tack those on the end. Let's bring you down to, say, here. That'll work. And we'll let you go up to 25. Okay, make us proud, Al. Full steam ahead. No problem for the old mogul. But you get 8 loaded log cars on a 2.5% grade, and it's a whole different story. Alright, we're going to hop back in the passenger seat here. And we'll just do a little rail fanning while he runs down there. I like watching the locomotives move. Let's see if we hop over to this guy. Oh, that guy. There we go. Get a nice view of the running gear. And it's neat too in Railroader. If you look close, you can see the brake shoes move when the brakes come on. Lots of little details. Uh-oh. Wrong button. There we go. Got up to speed. I don't know if it comes through in the YouTube video, but I can hear just a slight rumble of those cars heading down the track. Sounds really good. I can hear it in my headphones. See if I can get a close-up view here. It's be kind of hard to see, but keep an eye on this over here on the left side. Keep an eye on that brake shoe. So he went through the loopy-loop. I didn't want him to go through the loopy-loop. Yeah, there comes the brakes on. Just a nice little detail. So I might need him to come on. No, he's past the switch, so we're good. All right, that'll do, Al, right there. Looking good. All right, we can drop those off. They're just ready to head out. So we need to grab these cars, and I'll probably cut that out because it's just more running. So I'll have him come up here and grab these cars, and then we'll head out for Whittier proper, and we'll go from there. We have the cars, and we're heading west. So I will see you over at Whittier. I just noticed 1200 got stopped. Looking at a red board, he said, so I went down there and looked, and I had a switch thrown, so I got to be a little more careful about keeping the switches lined in the right direction. There was a switch thrown down at Dillsboro, which made him have a red board. Couldn't quite get all the way into the yard. He is now moving along. And we're moving along, so I'll see you over at Whittier. Coasting on in. So let's take a quick look. We do have one to come out. So we're going to pull in here, run around the train, do the old car shuffle. We'll get that taken care of. Do we have anything that needs picked up here? No, those are both good. So I got a little bit of switcherooing to do here. So let's go ahead and tell him he's good. Make sure we get stopped there. On that handbrake. So what I want to do is I want to grab that car because it's headed out. We're going to come down here and hook onto this end, take those two cars up, put the drop off in there, come back, grab the train, and then we'll head back over to East Whittier. That's the plan. So what's cool is with this waypoint system, I can just say, go to that car. And the AI figures it out. Really neat. If you haven't seen it in action, here it is. Except sometimes. You got to pay attention to the signals. Yeah, he has a stop signal, so it's because the switch isn't thrown. So I'm just going to tell him to go past the signal. So he's fine. Just go past the signal. Missed up my little montage there, Mr. Signal. And he doesn't actually go past the signal, but he gets close enough that the AI is like, hey, I can't do that. I was hoping he wasn't going to blow for that grade again. It gets a little noisy here sometimes with all the grade crossings. So there we go. I really like that. Like, he can just back up and he figures out the route to get there. And if a train won't fit somewhere you're trying to send them, it'll tell you, hey, not enough room. It's a pretty robust system. All right, let's make sure your handbrake is on. Pull that pin, release that handbrake. And we need to lace up the hoses here. There we go. Then we're going to grab this car. Hook up to that. Nice and easy. We've got plenty of clearance here on the passing siding, so we shouldn't have to worry about any more signals till we head out. If you have tab on, you can get some hints as to what path the AI is taking. So you can see he's going to come down here, going to come through here, reverse. It's a nice picture. Potential thumbnail. Get zoomed in right here. Admire the nice rivet detail on the side of this boxcar. All right, number 5 has arrived at waypoint, and 12 has arrived at a waypoint. I thought 5 should have been at the waypoint a long time ago. Did he end up in the wrong spot? No, he's in the Appalachia yard. I don't know why that took him so long. Anywho, I'm going to lace up those hoses. We need to knock that handbrake off. That handbrake on. Pull that pin. And then this car is going up here to get dropped off. And we can hit tab. We'll see the path he's taken. I'll probably speed this up here. We've seen this before. And there we are. Let's hop into first person. Oh, shouldn't have had that extra taco. I can't get through because the locomotive angle. I'll go out this side. UI back up so we can see this guy is supposed to be at Stenzel. This guy's headed to Silva Interchange. Okay, let's go grab our other car. Now this is heading to Ella House. So I forgot we got to go to Ella too. So, and that is a push in. So I actually want to hook that on the nose. And we'll run down to Ella. And I guess I might as well drag this boxcar down there with me. It's empty, so it's not a lot of extra weight. So we're not quite done yet. I was ready to head back to East Whittier, but we got to drop this guy off. 52.5 tons of building supplies. So I'm going to have to tell him again that he can pass that signal. Assume, yeah, he's going to go that way and then back up to here. So let's go ahead and tell him to pass the signal, and he'll be fine. He won't stop. Nice. He just goes right back into going forward. And more whistles. Nice and gentle, Al. Well done. I do run the brakes on the low setting. Brake force low. Because that's what it used to be, I think, by default. I think the default now is medium, but it just adds a little extra challenge. You got to kind of watch their speed. I've not done too well with that lately, as we can see in our operator safety. I've put a couple of cars on the ground because I keep forgetting to watch their speed, but that's my fault. I should be better. All right, let's click that to get us on here, and then we need to go all the way over here to Ella. And that is going to that's farm supply. This is the house track. All right, just double checking, and we'll just set a waypoint there. And you are free to go full speed. Head on out. So while he's doing that, I know this is about switching Whittier, but I'm going to pop down to Dillsboro real quick. This guy is dropping off some pulpwood cars. I'm going to deal with that real quick. So this pulpwood is not destined for anywhere yet. I just bought the pulpwood cars and got them filled up because I think I'm going to enable the paperboard. But I need to get some more cars bought. So I need to get it all like in place because it'll take a lot of pulpwood. So I need to get another 8 cars bought and then up to Connolly. We may need to do Walker as well, but that's a whole other logistics challenge. But anyway, that's why these pulpwood cars are sitting here for just for future use. And then you need to be about right here. I'm going to limit you to 15 because you're in the yard. So I've also been running that guy while we're here. And let's also go check in on... Let's see, what's 3 doing? 3's doing all right. All right, let's go check in on the Silva local. A lot of bouncing around when I do solo. So this guy, I've already worked the mines. I took the empties up, brought the loads down. And we have one pickup over here, but I think I'm going to wait until the other one is done. There's no rush to get that out of there as far as I know. So I think Appalachia is done. So I'm just going to tell him to come over here and sit. Knock him down to 15 since he's in the yard. The passenger train has reached over here, so it's just sitting idle. And that's what we got going on. So let's pop back over to 3. He is flying down the track. Giving the old shunk loader a workout. So we're going to let him fly down the track, and I will see you over at the Ella House track. Here we are at Ella, and we even got paid $80. Ella Station, it says. Not sure why it says Ella Station. But we got paid, so I guess that's all that matters. Bring that off. Neither one of these needs picked up, so that's it. We just need to run back to Whittier now, so I'll give him a little waypoint to get him started. And everybody else is good, so that will be it for this video. Let me give him a waypoint back over here. He's going to be coming backwards, right? Yeah, so he should be able to just hook right onto these guys. I'm going to make sure these switches are thrown. He doesn't go through the little cutoff. There we go. We'll end the video with a little bit of rail fanning here with number 3. And I'll catch you in the next adventure. Thanks as always for watching.